Hello, I'm Claudia Hay from BeHealing.com. I've made a new pick a card read for you. What's next in your love life? What can you expect next in your love life? Now, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. I've made 3 readings here, the crystal, the flower, and the shell, and each one of them has got a deeper dive to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of these readings, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box in the comments below. And each time you purchase one of the deeper dives with my pick a card reads, you're going to get entered into a draw each month for a free private reading with me. Now I do 2 of these draws a month. Buying a deeper dive, an extended reading, is a way to get one entry. The other draw is for subscribers of my channel who click like on a video and then leave a comment. So be sure to do that as you're watching as well to get another chance to win a private reading with me. Now, your timestamps to fast forward to your readings, you can find those in the description box and in the comments below. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? The crystal is out with the Tending the Future card. Or would you like the flower? And the flower is out with the Grace card. Or would you like this shell? And the shell is out with the Hope card. So take your pick now. Don't forget to click like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give 1-question readings. You can book in for one of those 1-question readings at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there too. I will do your reading right at the start of the next live show and then send you the link to the replay so you can watch it back. Alternatively, you can come live and you can watch me and you can purchase it when I'm live too. I also make 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want them to be about in the description, in the comments below, sorry. And I also offer private readings as well, of course, from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there too. If you want to book yourself in, you're very welcome to. And if you've got questions for your private reading, click on the Contact Us page after you've booked in on my website and you can put your questions in there. So, crystal, flower, or shell, take your pick now. And I will see you in your reading. So if you chose the crystal and this one's for you, crystals, let's find out what's coming up next in your love life. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading and find out what's coming up next in your love life. We're joined by Chicken Cat today. She's not feeling very well, so she's a little bit weak at the moment, not eating very much, but so she's hanging around. We've got Tending to the Future. Now, Tending to the Future card comes out when it's like long-term plans kind of thing, which means that you might not get short-term satisfaction in your love life, but it's good for the long term. In other words, you're not talking short flings here, more like a slow, steady approach to a long-term relationship, I would be guessing. But let's get more cards out and see the specifics of all of this. So you might be moving towards someone for the long term here with the Tending to the Future. Catalyst. Okay, so there's movement happening. The universe is getting those cogs, wheels in motion to get things moving for you, or there's some kind of a catalyst to change in your love life at the moment. So something could be happening in someone's life that is a catalyst to change. I mean, like your person, or change for you as well. Here we go. Change card has come out here, which gives, when change happens like that, it gives us chance to make other changes in our life, right? And to explore our options and see. You see, if your life is changing in some kind of a way, or their life is changing in some kind of a way, it kind of gives you permission, doesn't it, to make more changes in your life? And so they could be, or you could be readdressing like where you're at the moment and what changes you could make. And there's chance and taking a chance on it. So you might find that someone is coming toward you because of change that is going on in their life. But it's going to be a long-term thing. So I would guess from these cards that it's going to be a very slow approach. Let's get some tarot cards out to find out. So what's next for crystals in their love life? told to take all three of these. So Queen of Cups, it's your turn to receive. This means what's next in your love life. It's not for you to take hold of it, to make a first move or anything like that. No, it's your time to kind of sit back and receive now, for someone to step up to you. Now, you might have made it known your feelings for somebody and want a long-term thing with them, and you're just kind of waiting for them to come back at you and make an effort kind of thing. So you're in receiving mode there. Ten of Swords, painful endings, or it could be the end to the pain as well. We'll see when we get the clarifying cards out. Somebody loves you. King of Cups. So the heart is in the right place with the King of Cups, but they're not necessarily the best at communicating their love for you. So you do have someone, we've got the Queen and King of Cups here as well. So this is a love match here. This is very much on the same page, a match to each other. Interesting that the Ten of Swords is in the way of this Queen of Cups and the King of Cups coming together, right? So let's find out more about this. Queen of Cups. Tell us why the Queen of Cups is on here. It's time to receive, crystals. Muse of Inspiration, right? So the Muse of Inspiration is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the one that knows what he wants, or he or she. They know what they want and they take action toward it. They're the ones that claim it, you know. You can definitely wait for the King of Wands to take action. They're the ones that come in and sweep you off your feet. They know that they need to do it. If they want it, they need to do something, right? The King of Wands, they dance to the beat of their own drum as well. Very empowered kind of a person. They can be like an entrepreneur, or just someone that like sets a goal and then gets it done. So it's your turn to receive, right? You can wait for your person to make a move toward you. And it seems to me like this reading is saying that it's changes in their life that is causing them to explore their options and then perhaps take a chance on this. The changes that are happening are the catalyst here. I think we're talking about a long term because of that tending to the future. We could also be talking about someone who's got changes going on in their life at the moment, which is causing some kind of an instability, perhaps in finances or career or something like that. And they might be tending that for the future. So it could be someone kind of holding back from you while they're sorting stuff out, I would say. Grounding is behind that. So grounding. You guys, you might have learn to be more in the Queen of Cups energy, or perhaps the Empress energy of knowing what it is that you deserve and knowing that you deserve to receive, that you don't need to keep on doing stuff to prove stuff, you know, and you don't need to be making too much effort in relationships. You need to sit back and see who's making the effort towards you and then reciprocate that effort when it happens. So in other words, it's not your place to kind of get things going and to make that first move and then to keep on making effort to try and get them to make effort. You don't need to try. When someone is truly interested in you and truly ready, then that's when they're going to make the effort. Now, someone can be truly interested in you and even loving you too, but not be ready because of changes and stuff that they've got going on in their life, or not be ready because of they're not grounded yet for some kind of a reason. Now, we can feel ungrounded for all kinds of reasons, you know. There could be stuff going on with family, it could be stuff going on with work or finances, but it appears to me like you're not having action right away from this King of Wands energy, because they need to ground themselves first and get through these changes that they're going through. Ten of Swords, tell us what this Ten of Swords is about, because this can be the end of the pain, but it also could be a painful ending as well. Ten of Swords, why have we got the Ten of Swords here on the table? The Four of Emotions. Okay, right. So the pain that you've got here, the Ten of Swords, that will be ending is the waiting around. It's the disappointment. It's the, I deserve like a better offer than this. Someone, you know, a better treatment than this, for someone to come in and give me a bright, shiny offer. It's a kind of a state of disappointment and of like a little bit with the, why is nothing happening here? Why are they not coming toward me? That kind of thing. So that is going to end. That pain, not really pain, is it? But it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it grinds you down a little bit. Like, why not me? Why not now? You know, why can't I have my good stuff now? Why can't I have my person now? It's a bit of ennui, you know? It's like bored waiting and a bit angsty about it all. That's the pain that I'm talking about. Ten of Swords is about painful thoughts, right? So it's not necessarily like someone punching you in the face, that kind of pain. It's more the way that we're thinking about it, right? So the pain that you're in, kind of waiting at the moment, it's the way that you're looking at it. And what's behind that is movement into balance. So it appears what this is saying is that you're going to have to move yourself into balance out of that angsty kind of state first and be cool with what's going on. Like, it could be that they're just trying to get through changes at the moment before they come towards you. And you need to be trusting your person in that and let them do that. King of Cups, what's going on? This doesn't surprise me. This has been coming up in readings. They love you, right? The King of Cups, not necessarily able to tell you that just yet, but they're going through a tower at the moment. Now, towers happen when we've had signs. For example, if you kind of run off your feet, you're doing too much, you've got too many responsibilities, you'll get sign after sign after sign that you need to create some balance in your life, right? And if we ignore those signs, if we just keep on being run off our feet and telling everyone, oh, this is too much for me, I'm overwhelmed, run off my feet, I've got too much to do, too much on my plate. If you don't like take a step back and go, well, that is my sign that I need to do something about this, to clear my plate a little bit, to let go of something, to make better choices for myself. If you just ignore that, then what's the next sign? Oh, well, usually you'll get sick, because your body will start saying, like, no, we can't handle this. This is too much stress. You'll get sick if you still don't listen to that and make change in your life. The universe steps in and goes, I'm going to force some change then. I'm going to force some change. And that's when the rug gets pulled out from underneath your feet and change is forced upon you. And eventually, this King of Cups will see that it's happening for good reason. But it's very disruptive. It's so much easier to choose those changes before the tower comes about, to acknowledge what's going on, acknowledge the feelings. So in my example, it might not be that, but in my example, acknowledge the feelings of overwhelm and go, actually, this is overwhelming. I need more balance in my life. And then, you know, I don't know what is making you feel overwhelmed, but make a decision, you know, to release yourself of some of those responsibilities or whatever, because there are other people that can do these things, right? And so whatever situation the King of Cups is in, they've been forced into this change, but it's good because it's allowing them to explore their options. But it's a tower, so it's forced upon them, so it's not going to be comfortable. So I think your person at the moment is not in a very comfortable position right now. Yeah, the masculine energy is behind that. And the masculine energy being behind it means that the masculine energy needs to come out of them. They need to step more in the masculine. The masculine being the logical one, the one that takes control, the one that does stuff, right? It feels to me like they need to step into their stability, to take action, to make some decisions for themselves, make good decisions. They're being forced into that now. And, you know, if the tower that fell was not the choice, say someone that's trying to hold down 3 jobs, say, and they're overwhelmed, as I said, they're going through all of those things, then they're not responding to the overwhelm and dropping one of them or downsizing one of them or whatever, the one that they would least like to do, the one that's least best for them or whatever, then when the tower comes along, it could take out one of the ones that they really wanted to do, to kind of teach them a lesson, not in a bad way, like you've been bad, the universe needs to teach you a bad lesson, but as in, like, see what happens if you don't make good decisions for yourself. You could have chosen to let go of the job that really wasn't right for you and keep the 2 that were, and then got yourself into balance and then focused on the one that was really good for you, instead of losing the one that was good for you because you were worn out from all of them. It could be something like that. So going through testing times at the moment. What's coming up next in your love life? So it feels like both of you doing your own work is what's coming up next in your love life. But that someone's going to take a chance, right? When this change is happening. Let's find out more. You've got transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So there's a lot of change happening at the moment and transformation on your own paths kind of thing, and both getting into balance. Ready for this. What else? Clear your mind. Perhaps both overthinking it, perhaps both thinking that the other person is not waiting or not making a move or not doing something. A lot of thoughts. You see, this Ten of Swords says that there's a lot of painful thinking going on between you both, and there's a need to clear that, to clear your mind. Stop the negative thoughts about all of this. Give yourself and the other space to deal with whatever's going on in your lives at the moment and to get ready for each other. To get, because we want to get into a relationship when we've got that balance in ourselves, and in our lives. If you don't have that balance yet, you're not ready for a relationship. We've got flirt and passion. Okay. So I feel like this is where you're both headed, is flirting and that passionate side coming out, but it feels like that's only on the other side of a stressful situation, and finding that balance first. It's very difficult to flirt and be open to this kind of an energy, like a playful kind of an energy, when we're stressed out, and you've got someone here that's stressed out with what they're going through at the moment. So you will know when they're coming out of this energy and when they're ready to take a chance on this, when they're in more of this passionate, fun, flirty kind of an energy. I would not push it until then, because they've got the masculine energy, like they've got to get through this and then come through like as the divine masculine and take charge of whatever's going on in their life first. Rather than you stepping in and rescuing them, that wouldn't be a good thing to do. Happiness. Appears that you're both going to be very happy together and lucky. There's something about if you'd already got together before this disruption happened, or while the balance hadn't been found, it would have been bad. If you'd have got together, it would have caused problems in the relationship. If that imbalance was there and you got in, you're kind of lucky. You'll be happier both together once this disruption is worked through. It's a lucky thing, is what this is saying. Anyway, there's control here as well. Okay, control. You might both be balancing yourselves up with regards to controlling control issues in your own lives. I don't feel like it's controlling the other. I feel like it's more like, control issues within your own life, of kind of wanting to be in charge and call all the shots and keep all the balls up in the air and keep all the plates spinning and all of that. I think that could be the kind of lesson that's going on for both of you at the moment, because I do feel like you'll be mirroring each other. What's coming up next in your love life? Treasure your loved ones. I feel like there's going to be a raise in both respecting each other, especially with giving each other space as well. So there's going to be more respect between you both, like treasuring each other or admiring each other. Yeah. Let's get some messages from your person. What do they want to say right now? One-sided relationship. They don't have much to offer at the moment. It feels to me like they're realizing you've got plenty to offer at the moment, and they don't. It feels like they're just overwhelmed with something at the moment, and now having to go through something. So yeah, if it was to start off now, I think it would be a one-sided relationship. I think it would be you making all the effort again, and you don't want that, right? You want to wait until they're truly ready and until they've got space for it. What else? I feel empty without you. This person is missing you. They want your presence, but it feels to me like they've got to get on with something first themselves, so they know that they can't lean on you, because it would be a one-sided relationship if they did that. This person wants to come in and actually give you that loving, not come in a depleted state, Anything else that they want to say? Destiny is taking us down different paths. And I feel that's just at the moment, it's just not coming together at the moment. They've got this other path to take at the moment, not another relationship. It's definitely not another relationship. This is something going down, maybe in their career or something like that. It could be family stuff. It could be. That's overwhelming them, yeah. Anything else that they want to say? With that as well, destiny has taken us down different paths. They might be a little bit pessimistic at the moment as well, like feeling like the universe is keeping them away from you with this tower moment happening. They might have felt like they were more on their way to you than they actually kind of are. Rose-colored glasses. So you both might be very optimistic about this, overly optimistic about where you're both at the moment and readiness of this. You're the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning. They think of you straight away. And they might not want to do that at the moment because they might want to be focused on whatever's going on for them, but you are there at the forefront of their mind. I run away to avoid facing my problems. You see, they've avoided facing something. They've avoided facing something. Now they've been kind of thrown into it, like they lost a job or something like that. Now they have to face it. And so they have had this pattern of kind of avoiding things. And so they're having to work through that and having to sort something out in their life. So what's next in your love life? Well, it's a little bit more waiting, I guess, but it does seem like it will be moving into balance if you keep on following those paths. Let's find out your part in it in that deeper dive. So if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In that extended reading, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So what should you do then? Is there something for you to be doing and getting on with right now, finding some balance perhaps? Let's find that out. Guidance for you too in this relationship. So you guys together, once you are together properly, what are the dynamics between you? Are there any red flags there that you need to know about? How can you make it work really well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. Don't forget, when you purchase that, you get an entry into the prize draw, which is a private reading with me, drawn each month. You also get an entry in by clicking like on this video, being a subscriber and leaving a comment. Don't forget that. So that deeper dive, it's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, once you've found it, you'll see a link to the crystal, the flower and the shell. Click on that crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off, leave a comment for your entry into that draw and just to say hello anyway, and if you're resonating with this. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. If you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out what's happening next in your love life. Now, as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading, because your cards are flying out already. And, oh, we've got 3. What's happening next in your love life? You might not want to hear this, but a time to walk alone. Again, still, but grace, in the flow. Everything is in the flow, and to dance with joy. Okay, so there's good things coming from this. Being in the flow, dancing with joy, but the time to walk alone. So I get in from that there might be a little bit of a delay here before something kind of gets moving forward with you. Retrogrades, I just heard. It might be something about retrogrades. Don't know much about astrology, so relaxation, relax about it. You're going to need to be relaxed about this. Perhaps a little bit of a wait before something happens here. Something could put your mind at rest as well. Anchor, keep yourself grounded. So don't flip out about this. Try not to flip out about this. The weight, you know, and all of that kind of thing. Grace and to dance with joy is really nice, right? Really good energy. So you are headed somewhere good with all of this, what's going on. So we've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is about fantasy. So might be fantasizing about what could happen with you and someone else, or be very much in that dreamlike state in your imagination about things. The 5 of Cups is about regrets. So we've got some regrets here. What else? What else? Ace of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Okay. You could be having somebody come toward you with a lot of passion. Ace of Wands can be like a player kind of an energy. of the just passion kind of thing, could cause you a lot of angst. I'm getting that this is a different energy than the person that you're thinking of. So a bit of disruption if you've got your mindset on someone else, or as you're walking alone, this could be a fling that would be good for you, that causes you to dance with joy and gets you in the flow again if things haven't been flowing with your person. So if you have been like, nothing's happening, what's going on, maybe I should move on kind of thing, it might be a good thing to like give yourself some freedom and have a fling. But let's see. Page of Cups. So in your imagination and fantasy and all of that kind of thing, nothing really happening, time to walk alone, but still kind of in your mind connected with somebody and thinking about the future, very much future forward focused kind of thing, but it's not in your reality right now. Why have we got the Page of Cups going on? The Knight of Voices. So you're imagining them coming towards you. So this is replaying in your mind, them making a move towards you. Okay, now that's not necessarily going to manifest it. We can't manifest other people doing stuff, right? They've got to manifest that. Okay. There's the masculine energy, omens and discernment around that. Oh, there's a warning for you. So the signs with this person, with the masculine energy, to be discerning about this. So this could be warning that you're ignoring red flags. Now, it doesn't have to be a red flag in a person. It could be a red flag about the timing of it right now. They might have red flaggish stuff going on at the moment. So in other words, a person could be a green flag to you, but if they're with someone else at the moment, that's a red flag. It's just red flag behavior at the moment, right? But with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Voices here, this is saying, but you're fantasizing about them coming towards you. That's keeping you in like a stasis with nothing happening. It's kind of holding anything from happening away from you, kind of waiting for one that can't be with you, waiting for, you've got an omen, it says here, from the masculine energy to have discernment about that. So, or if it's not that they're seeing someone else, if they've got like some disruption going on in their life and they're not really, that means that they're not available too, right? To have the time and the energy to spend on dating or on pouring that energy into a relationship. So I feel like the energy that you're in right now of this fantasy is kind of not the best energy to be in. It's keeping you stuck. 5 of Cups, regrets. What's this? 8 of Materials for the investment that you've put in. Okay, so you might have invested a lot of time and effort into this relationship and not be feeling to like have a fling with someone else. There's a lot there. You know that they love you, but they can love you and be a green flag person and still have a red flag thing going on in their life at the moment, still not be ready or right. 8 of Materials, there's a feeling here that you might be like, I've put too much into this to let it go, to give it up. I want to persist. It's that kind of an energy. Again, which is what I'm getting from that, is that you're kind of keeping yourself in stasis right now. Feminine energy and sacred space. It's like you need to reclaim your own life and your own space and your own perhaps body and your own heart. You don't want to keep yourself waiting forever, like Mrs. Havisham, you know? Great Expectations, was it? Yeah, you don't want to keep yourself like that, waiting forever for somebody. If they're going to come good, they're going to come good. And in fact, you might get the energy moving by, kind of moving on. If they think that you're kind of waiting forever, then they're not going to have a good reason to sort whatever's going on in their life at the moment out. So this is a different energy. You've got someone coming towards you here with passion, and it causes you angst because you're like, you've already given your heart to this person that's not actually with you. 8 of Emotions, and it means that you have to detach emotionally from the person that you're dreaming about. But I would do it, right? Because it feels like it's with the flow. Dance with joy. You might as well have some joy, have some fun, have some loving. Why not? If it causes you to lose your person, then they were never your person in the first place. Nobody that loves you would keep you hanging on and expect you to have nothing and nobody when they're not available. No one that truly loves you would do that. They're going to understand if they truly love you. In fact, if they truly love you, they would say, look, I'm not available. Live your life, you know? They would set you free. And I feel like you might be doing that yourself. So setting yourself free. If they come back, they come back, right? If they come back and then they offer you something great, then you'll reassess at that time. There's integration behind that. So yeah, it could be very tricky with that Nine of Swords for you to get your head around it, to kind of, it might feel like you're giving up hope on your person. But what you're really doing is claiming your own space and your own life back in your own energy, allowing yourself to flow, go with the flow, and receive pleasure and love and all of those good things and have a good time until they're ready. And if once they're ready, that they can come. But I think for some of you, it might be when you do set yourself free like that, your person might have more of a reason to actually do something about it. Not that you're playing games, you know, I'm not getting that at all. That it's a manipulative thing. I'm getting quite the opposite, that you kind of don't want to give up on your person. You don't want to be with this other person. You might want to be with this other person, but you're making it mean that it's closing the door on your person. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So get in with the flow. And this person coming in with this passion here could be the flow. If it feels flowy, if it's with the flow, I would go with that. So yeah, some of you need to allow yourself pleasure, shine, and don't hold yourself back, and don't sit in the shadows. Don't sit waiting. Get out there and shine. Be your full energy. Allow yourself to be in your full energy, out there, shiny, being attractive, having fun, and all of that kind of thing. What else? Flirt and effort. Now, some of you have been holding yourself back from this flirty energy, and it appears like you might need to get out there again and have some flirty energy with new people. Actually, make the effort to do that, to open up and be flirt. And then influence passion. This is interesting. So there's a self-consciousness about this, about you, your passion, who you're allowed to be with, like what you're allowed to do, that kind of thing. There's a bit of self-judgment going on here, as if other people are judging you, and you feel influenced, like, what if someone sees me with this new person? It might get back to them, and then they'll turn their back on me. You don't have to prove that you're worthy of love by sacrificing your own happiness for that person. Think of it yourself. If you like somebody, you really like them, you want to be with them, and then you find out that they've got an ex, does that make you go, oh no, they've got an ex, then they're not the right one for me? Do you know what I mean? It's like you're allowed to have been with other people, you're allowed to have had fun. Just something to think about, because I'm getting self-judgment with that, like you're feeling like you can't do anything. But yeah, you don't need to sacrifice in order to prove yourself lovable or worthy of a relationship. Especially if your person isn't sacrificing for you. Bad choices. Problem. It's a disconnect at the moment. It's not fitting at the moment. And it's a bad choice to wait for this person at the moment and not do something else. It's a good choice to be open at the moment. Open, be putting yourself out there, be available. You're allowed to be. You don't have to give your heart away for someone that's not available right now. Wait till they're available and they come toward you. Just go, okay, I'm available, so any available person that comes toward me, I'll give them a chance. If I like them, I'll let them in, I'll have some fun, I'll let them love me, and we'll get to know them and all of this kind of thing. If a person's not available at the moment, and that's what it feels like to me because of that time to walk alone, time to reclaim yourself, be relaxed about it as well. Let's get more out. Love who you are. Yeah, loving yourself and allowing yourself to have what it is that you want right now. and slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. Get into that flow again, in the moment now. The flow isn't being in your imagination and just imagining them coming towards you. That's not flow. That's control. That's trying to, I want it to manifest the way I want to manifest it. I don't want that person to come at me this way. And it's not going to work. When you let go and you go with the flow and you allow yourself to tune into that source energy again, which means that you're open to new people, you're open to new experiences and all of that, that's when you're letting that love in. So yeah, slow down, pause and allow things to unfold in your life. Give yourself that space again. What do they want to say? What does your person want to say to you? Oh, interesting. So it seems like they're a long way away from you. I wasn't picking up on that before, but I check on you from afar, long distance. Some of you, this person isn't near you and that's what's causing problems. But you're the person of my dreams. Again, dreams and fantasies. It doesn't make a relationship that unless there's actual action. But they do love you. There you go. So it might just be that this person, once you move on, this person might close that space between you. I wasn't picking up that it's a location thing, but there you go. I'll come back for you. Again, suggesting that they're not where you're at the moment. You make me nervous. You're making them nervous. Probably because you're getting them to step up, right? You'll make them even more nervous if you move on and have a good time. You make me nervous. And I wish I could turn back the clock and do things over. Like change the circumstances or something like that. Well, there you go. If that sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, want it to be a story. You might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In that extended reading, I want to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So even more guidance, and it has kind of been about you, this reading, anyway, but let's get deeper into that. So what should you do? Guidance for you in this relationship, you guys together, what are the dynamics between you? How can you make it work really well? Are there any red flags that you need to know about? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, don't forget, you will also get an entry into the prize draw each month for a reading with me, a private reading with me. By getting that deeper dive. The other way is by clicking like, subscribing to this channel, and then leaving a comment on this video to tell me how you resonated and all of that. That will get you entry into another draw for a private reading with me each month as well. So get on with that. The deeper dive read, I'll pop a link for it up there if you're interested in it. There's a link in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on that flower or any device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button, and yeah, leave a comment for an entry into that draw for a private reading with me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out what's next in your love life. As usual, shells, is going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box below too. So let's get straight into your reading and find out what's next in your love life. Shells, hope, and the awakening. Oh, there's something happening for you guys. Hope and awakening, something that sparks an awakening in you, and perhaps a light to be rekindled in you, that spark to be rekindled in you that gives you hope. I like this. I like this after the crystal and the flowers reading, which were kind of both about waiting. We don't want that. For you guys, you don't seem to be having that. You've got something happening. Meditation gives you something to think about. Perhaps something that kind of takes over your mind a little bit, has you thinking a lot about it. Self-care. Okay. self-care. Let's just get more cards out and find out what this is all about. Cat hair. Now, this could be an aha as well. It's with self-care and medication. With self-care and medication, no. With self-care and meditation, you might be having an aha, the awakening that gives you hope. It might be an aha about perhaps a phase that you've been going through. It's like, oh, I can see that I'm healing myself. Maybe that wasn't the time for someone to come in. Something like that, some aha about yourself or someone else perhaps. Okay, let's find out more. We've got the Chariot. Feeling pulled in two directions, but wanting to kind of move forward. The Four of Cups is some disappointment that you kind of aren't getting that bright, shiny offer, the right person coming in at the moment. The Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords is you're not sure of whether to make a move or not, okay? You being the instigator of that move with that Knight of Swords. Oops. Let me pick those up. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to clear those up. I just want to pick up the cards. Okay, let's get into it. So, the Chariot. Pulled in two directions. Well, we've got the Chariot here. We've got the Five of Materials. Leaving yourself out. So, being on your own path. Pulled in two directions of whether you want to get into something or not is what this is saying. So, I feel like you've got your eye on someone. You'll, through your self-care and your own healing and your own, like, being on your own path, you'll have some kind of an aha. And it'll give you some, perhaps some movement forward or reason to move forward when you've been kind of happy to be by yourself, wanting to be in a relationship, but also kind of happy to be by yourself. So kind of pulled in two directions. Do I want to be in a relationship? Yeah, well, a part of me does, but a part of me is happy to be by myself. That kind of thing. The aha could be about, no, I really, truly am ready to get into a relationship because I'm missing this or this and this from my life. You know, just on this as an example, this kind of an energy, I'm kind of in this position at the moment, want to be in a relationship, but I'm happy by myself. I was happier by myself when I had more of a social life, but I'm really, more of my social life was going out and drinking, like on the weekends with my friends, going out dancing and stuff, not every weekend, but I'm kind of not feeling to do that anymore. And then now I'm feeling like, now there's a gap in my life. I would rather be in a relationship, someone to kind of hang out with at home, because, you know, I still want that social aspect, but I want to be one person there. It's that kind of thing where you realize through self-care, meditation, that you don't want to be alone anymore. You're no longer kind of pulled in two directions, like I could take a relationship or leave it. There's ancient wisdom behind that. So it could be that you're truly getting ready now. Could be something similar to kind of my situation there, but it feels like the walking the path alone was kind of enough for you, and it might just be tipping over to it's not enough for me anymore. There's something that isn't being filled in my life, like a part of me that's not fulfilled by this. So the Four of Cups is this feeling of like, I want like I want some like that bright shiny offer, you know, a really good relationship coming in. Not settling for anything, you know. This Four of Cups there, she's got offers coming in. There's 3 cups next to her there, but she's bored with them. She wants the bright shiny one. She wants the one with rainbows. She wants the one that's right for her. So you might have had quite a lot of offers, but none of them enough to want to get you out of that my own life by myself kind of thing. But you're kind of ready for the bright shiny offer that you will want to give up your own life. Not give up your own life, that sounds so wrong, but you know, give up that solitary life for it. The Knight of Materials and the Sun. But they've got to move slowly, right, toward this happiness. So you'll know, this is like I think I'm talking to you, shells, that you know that someone is going to have to come at you, right, and slowly, so that they show that they're like real about this and all of that, and so that you can be truly happy with them. So I feel like, yeah, okay, I'm ready to move forward, but the Chariot suggests fast movement, and this is like, no, I know it needs to be slow movement. So, you know, if someone rushes at you too fast, you'll be like, no, it's not them. It can't be them, because they must, you know, be coming toward me, right? There's changes behind that. So it feels like you're changing your position at the moment through some kind of an aha that gives you hope. And you might feel like, yeah, I really feel like I am getting ready now, truly ready to be in a relationship. But here you've got the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords. Like, should I make a move forward? What's this? Like, you taking action. You're not sure about it. Should I take action on that? Should I go out there dating or something like that? It could be that kind of question that you've got. Should I be the one that's taking action on this? Should I be put myself out there? Temperance and the Two of Emotions. Should I ask somebody or kind of wait? Should I be the one making the offers out there, asking people out? Should I be making the first move? You're very unsure about that. I would say if this is an answer to that, like Two of Swords, I don't know what to do. Should I be making a move towards someone, like going out and trying to find somebody? This would be saying like, wait till you get a love offer in. Burden. The burden should not be yours in that. Don't be burdened that. So you don't need to take too much action to get this on the road. It might just be an energetic change, and then just kind of opening yourself up to offers kind of thing, which we do energetically. People can tell when we've got walls in front of us and when we're not approachable. And beware of those ones that approach us anyway when we've got those walls up, because they're the ones that aren't sensitive and they don't care about your feelings, really. They're not picking up on that at all, you know. What else? It's not those cards. What else? What's next in Shell's love life? So it feels to me like you're going to be getting your love life going soon. Headed in the right direction. What else does Shells need to know about this, please? You're obviously waiting for something that is right for you. You're not going to let just anything into your life. But I do feel, I do feel like it's that you do need to open up a little bit more and be approachable. You've got twin flames, your passion ignites. This suggests to me that you only want like the divine masculine in your life. You only want that one that's right for you. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Now, twin flames and then criticism leading to further unhappiness. Love and acceptance as you are. What I'm getting from this is you want someone that's a match to you, right? Twin flame kind of a match on a very spiritual level. And you need to be discerning to choose who is that match. So you need to allow yourself to be critical in a way, to pick through, you know, the wheat from the chaff and all of that kind of thing. Don't go out there like just like accepting people as they are. Like, accept people as they are, but then see the red, you know, acknowledge the red flags. Do you know what I mean? If you go out there and you're meeting people, you want to be discerning, you want to see the red flags. You're not judging them for that. You're not saying you're a terrible person because you got this red flag. You're more like, you're not the one for me. And you don't need to even point out the red flag. It's like, you're not the one for me. But thank you for letting me get to know you. Thank you for the date or whatever. That's what I'm getting from that is don't be overly kind of invested in the way that other people are. Shine. Get out there and shine. Shine your light. Shine your light and see what's attracted to you. If you shine your light, you'll have all kinds of things attracted to you, so you will have to be more discerning. Spark. We've got influence and effort. So you could be being influenced by other people telling you what you should be doing, or what's available to you, or what's not available to you, or something like that. There's some effort that you need to make to kind of put yourself out there and be open and available. But yeah, you don't need to be directly propositioning people, and just wait for that spark. So making an effort to get out there and then wait for that spark. So just shiny thing, like be out there and strut your stuff, and yeah, energy open. Naughtiness. With someone very playful coming your way. Mistake, fear of commitment. Ah, okay. Right. So because could be someone kind of naughty, playful, mischievous, kind of a person coming your way. Could remind you of someone in the past. That someone that didn't want to commit, someone that you had a great time with, but they didn't want to commit. You might feel like it's going to be a dead end. That now, just because they remind you of someone in the past doesn't mean that they're going to have every aspect of that past person about them. So kind of give that person a chance. Kind of getting more into what you've got coming now, which is a good thing. But yeah, what you've got coming in your love life is kind of getting over this, getting the clarity that you're kind of ready, is what it is, I think. Act as if your partner's here. So that's that energy of like going out there and it's like, my person's out here somewhere, let's find them, kind of thing. Act as if your partner's there. You've got a big chance here of bringing your person in. So, your person, let's tap into their energy. That true person, your partner, that match, that twin flame. What would they want to say to you? What were they about? Please forgive me. That could be about this Four of Cups energy of like keeping you waiting so long. I'm intimidated by you. Now, why do people get intimidated by us? Well, it's about them and how they're feeling about themselves, but something about our energy too. So we can have like very big energy, but be kind of closed down too, and then we're scary. That's when we intimidate people. Do you know what I mean by that? If we are shining, but we're like closed down, people feel that. People feel that shit and they're scared by it. Our story isn't over yet. So this person has hope. I don't feel like you've met this person, you know. But I feel like this person has hope to meet the right person too. And I think that's what you're getting into now, is this hope. Getting into that hopeful energy of like, you know what, they're out there, I'm going to go looking. I'm going to go looking again. Hopeful. That's why the hope card came out. What else would they want to say? I'm not convinced it's that card, but I think it's these three. Oh, 4. I'm working up the courage to contact you. Working up the courage perhaps to open up as well. I wish I could give you more. So it's someone that doesn't feel like they've got enough to offer yet and they're trying to build themselves up. They're the kind of person that will wait for perfect timing. It's not quite perfect timing. It never kind of is. And battling inner demons, that could be about unhealthy attachments. Could be about addictions or something like that. So it doesn't have to be addiction, but it could be like, I don't know, drinking and they're not that happy about it anymore. It could be that. Yeah, I'm not getting that. That is that card. So there you go. That is what I've got for you now. I hope that helped you out. If that sounds like it is your story, could be a story. Want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In there, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. And we've kind of gone into a lot of that, but let's get deeper into it. Guidance for you and your person. The one that's meant for you. Let's find out what the dynamics are between you two. Get some info on them. I'll get some cards out for them as well. Let's find out something about them. About the characteristics and the stuff that they're going through and all of that. And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. And there's a link in the description box in the comments below. And don't forget, it gives you an entry into the prize draw for a private reading with me. And so good luck with that. There's a monthly prize draw. And by buying the deeper dive, any deeper dive will get you an entry into that. Each time you buy one, you'll get another entry. And there's another draw as well that I do each month alongside that. And that is for the subscribers to my channel. You've got to make sure you subscribe, click on this video and leave a comment on each video. And that also gets you an entry into it as well. So good luck with that. So the deeper dive is 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder. So do check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly.